Peace, family. This is Iyapo, and I want to thank you again for coming to Iyapo Yapa and tuning in. I am going to talk about today taking control of our own narrative, but I was thinking before that we really need to, one of the reasons that we fall behind everybody else is because it seems like we don't keep up with technology the way that we should. It seems like we might actually even be afraid of technology. But I think that in order for us to progress, we've got to embrace like the newer technologies, and that we need to move forward with that same technology. And if you, oh, I'm sorry, hold on just a second, that's my cell. I gotta get this. Hello? Peace, family. This is Iyapo, and this is Iyapo Yapa. Iyapo Yapa is an acronym that stands for if you aren't pissed off, you aren't paying attention. Today, as the title implies, I want to talk about us taking control of our own narrative. I've been giving a lot of thought to this lately, having watched, it was either the True Royal Family's share or Lisa Cabrera, I think it was True Royal Family, that she did a share on the retreat where black women can go and there just aren't any white people present, and it sounded like paradise to me. So just about creating our own spaces and so on. But also I think in terms of movies, entertainment, education, everything. And in taking control of our own narrative, we begin to guide ourselves, through our own path and making our own way. I'm always plugging this black. One of the reasons that I do that is because it was written by one of our people, Ajali Shabazz, your radical home sister, and in that book, the way that she wrote it, the way she presented it, it just screams us. It's about us, for us, by us. And like you can have a movie like Amistad, or even Black Panther that just came out today, and there are black people in it. Okay, it might even be about black people, but it's always produced by white people, written by white people. I'm getting tired of white people telling my story. I want our people to tell our story. When Steven Spielberg did Schindler's List, and there was another movie that I think he did about the Holocaust. Well, I mean, of course he did Saving Private Ryan, but in particular Schindler's List. That is an example of a man being in control of his own narrative of his people. And white people have always done that because whatever they write is for them, it's about them, and it's by them. The same thing needs to happen for us. We have Tariq Nasheed, who produces the Hidden Colors and so on. And you can say what you want to say. They say that it's his the people behind them were white or whatever, it's cameramen and so on, editing. But the point still remains that they were films by a black person for black people. And we need more of that. I don't care if there are white people on the camera crew or whatever. What I'm concerned about is if the person or people who are at the top are the ones who are actually producing the material. You know, anybody can shoot the picture or edit the film under the supervision of the black person. But whoever is at the top, making the decisions, steering the narrative, that is what is important. When Kevin Costner did Dances with Wolves, he stayed in close contact with Native Americans. They told him what was what. So yeah, he was producing the movie, but he was making sure, and I'll have to give him props for this. He was making sure that it was actually told from the standpoint of the Native Americans. Okay, so they actually took control of that narrative. That's what we have to do. And there are a lot of us out here who are actually producing good products. And a lot of times we are, we're so immersed in this culture that we don't even realize what's happening to us. We've all seen the examples or experiments they did with black children and the white dolls and so on. I was duped like that and hypnotized like that before because I'm a cartoonist. I've been a cartoonist for decades, and all the characters, not all, but predominantly the characters that I created or drew or designed were white characters, and I'm a black man. And I started examining that. I'm like, why are all the characters I'm creating white? And so I started looking really deep into that. And then slowly, as the joke goes, slowly I turned. And as I turned, then my subject matter and my characters started to become black. And now that's pretty much all I design are black characters. Because I'm a black man. I want to be in control of our narrative. Okay, not drawing something and designing things that are alien to our people and to my own, to my own spirit. Okay, so you have Ajali Shabazz, who wrote this Black. I also years ago did a interview with Brandon Massey. Brandon Massey is also a writer. He writes in the vein of like a Stephen King or a Dean Koontz. As a matter of fact, he credits Dean Koontz with helping him with his first book, Thunderland. I interviewed Brandon Massey several years ago, maybe 6 or 7 years ago, and I have since lost the audio of that interview. It was a written interview. But what I think I'm going to do is reach out to him again. He lives in Atlanta. And I think I'm going to reach out to him again and see if I can do an interview for my channel. It'll be like my first interview on my channel. Because he has written some phenomenal books. And he isn't like some fly-by-night anything, right? You can go to any library or Barnes & Noble or whatever and find his books. You can also find on Amazon. And by the way, everybody I'm talking to you about, I'll give you the lab for. But it is so important to our people to start actually controlling our narrative. If you're a writer, if you're an artist, if you're some kind of an entertainer, I mean, of course we have doctors, attorneys, scientists. Really start to consider your blackness. Really start to consider producing things for our people. And on the part of our people, we need to stop worrying about. I want to say this right, but we really need to stop worrying about giving black people our money. because we will have zero issue walking into a theater and giving Disney, who has proven that they don't like us, okay, we have no problem with giving them all of our dollars. And yes, I'll be going to see Black Panther at some point, but I'm not going to run out there right now while the crowds are thick. But my point still is, we don't make any issues out of giving our dollars to white people, but then as soon as a black person says they have something to say, oh, they're just trying to pimp our people, oh, they just want our money. Why don't we say that about white people who are actually doing that? You have black people who are trying to produce products for our people. And I'm not talking about a ridiculous $500 and $800 shoe. That means that you're not caring about your people. I'm talking about people who are producing products, greeting cards, things for black love, for our people, by our people. And we need to start supporting each other, keeping those black dollars in the black community. And we have the buying power. We have proven that we have buying power. So, and I don't understand where we have gotten this thing where as soon as a black person talks about, as soon as a black person talks about someone handing them some money or paying for a product, or they're trying to promote their product, then we get upset about it for some reason. Like the sister that just opened that supermarket in Compton. I mean, it's a supermarket. Like one of the big chain markets, and you have this black sister who opened it. And that's who we need to go to support if we have to go out of our way a little bit. Because this is all part of taking control of our narrative. This is all part of taking control of our narrative. Now, I want to shout out a YouTuber that I just found. I can't remember how I came across this person. Her name is Angela, and she has a channel that's called, I have to read this because I wrote it down because she does a few. It's called beFABULOUSyou. And she talks about health and wellness, and she has notes on the news, and a segment called Black Lightning. Now, the thing that I so love and admire about our people is that we're so different, we're so diverse in our talents and in our individuality, but we're still black. We're still black people. Just like you can watch me, and then you'll watch MFALME Dome, and two totally different approaches, two totally different personalities, but we're black, and we love our blackness, and we love our black people, and we love our black women. And Angela on beFABULOUSyou, when you go to her channel, it's like being in a conversation with someone that you just enjoy spending time with. See, like I said, everybody has their own approach, their own way about them. She is very high energy. She is very positive energy and high vibration. And if you want to just go to a channel, say you're feeling a little low or feeling a little bad, that's the channel you go to. Seriously, because she reads news stories. I mean, for one of her segments, this isn't every segment of hers, or every she has like different things that she does. But when she's doing notes on the news, it's very unique. She goes through the news stories, and she doesn't just stick on any one. She speaks on one news story or gives the headline, and then she gives her spin on it or her feelings about it. And then she goes on to the next one, and then she goes on to the next one. And it's not only entertaining, but it feels like you're in a conversation with someone. She's usually doing this on a live stream, so it takes on the takes on the air of a conversation. Again, her way, I mean, she is just a beautiful sister, number one. And she is like, inwardly, it just comes out of her that positive energy. And like I said, she's a high vibration person. When you're listening to her, when you're interacting with her, you just feel good. You know, you're not feeling like, oh, things are just so messed up. And she could be talking about a messed up story, but her delivery and her style is excellent. She's working toward 1,000 subscribers right now. She has 300 subs. She definitely deserves more. She has a little over 300 right now. By all means, please, 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 go to this sister and subscribe, and like and comment on her videos, and tell her Iyapo sent you. Also, MFALME Dome. I have so much trouble with your name, bro, and I apologize. But I'm gonna give you also the lap to his channel. Excellent, excellent. I love what he has to say, and he loves our people. This brother just loves our people, and he's so, when you hear him speak, you can just hear his concern and love for our people. That's the best way I can explain it. So also subscribe to help me deserve so many more subscribers than he has. And of course, there's always Lisa Cabrera, the True Royal Family, your Radical Home Sister, NICOLE'S View. Nicole, I miss you. Everybody else does. But I know you'll be coming back soon. Look very, very forward to it. Again, all of these people and more are doing what we can to take control of our narrative, taking control to be in our own spaces, taking control of what is happening to us as a people. And for those of us, again, who have products, not only like this black that I'll give you the link to Amazon for, because it's an excellent read. I'm also going to link you to Brandon Massey's work, and Chris Miller. That's Chris Crazy House. He also sells products on Amazon. Excellent cartoonist. Excellent cartoonist. So, and illustrator. So that's what I'm talking about. Find people in your own community. If you're not purchasing anything online, find people in your own community, coffee houses, restaurants that are black owned, things that are for us and by us. And soon, if we do this, we really will be able to take control of what is happening to us and happening to our people. And that's about it. As for me, you know I love you. Like, subscribe, by all means, comment, and that's it. On my next share, I have had a few people ask me about the new music that I have, and it says it's called Velocity. I'm going to go on and post the entirety of that song. I wrote it a long time ago, so I'll post that in its entirety probably for my next share. But as for this one, much love and respect, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. And just remember, take control of our narrative. We can do it. Peace.